Hello and welcome everyone to L&D Nexus podcast series. And today we are going to discuss about very interesting topic, which is the intersection of beauty, aesthetic, and learning. So today we have special guest, Dr. Anastasia, and she will be sharing her journey, how she came to Dubai, and all the stuff. And we will get to know more about her the journey as a dermatologist and also as a businesswoman. So welcome to the show, Anastasia. So now the stage is on yours.
Hello, my dear. Hello, everyone. Today I want to introduce you to myself and I want to tell you about aesthetic dermatology, like about our beauty and, of course, how we can develop this business in Dubai and in UAE and I hope in all of the world in the future. Hello, everyone. My name is Anastasia. I'm from St. Petersburg, Russia. I relocated in Dubai maybe couple of years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago, but times go so quickly, like every day so quickly. And I have very big experience in cosmetology, plastic surgery, and dermatology. Today it's 2025. That's why I think it about 15 years. Oh my God, I'm so old. Yeah, it's about 15 years and I love it, if to be honest, because when I was small girl and I finished my high school, my mom told me that you need to go to be lawyer and it's very good for girl and it's very good money. But I thought, no, I don't want to be lawyer. It's different type of energy. I don't want to be angry woman. I don't want to get it old so quickly. No, I don't want. I want to be maybe nurse or doctor or plastic surgeon. And she told me, oh, but it's not good money and it's so disgusting to some ugly, some blood and etc. But I feel that it's my way. And I started learning in medical school, medical university, and it was so simple. And I understood that it's my way because it was so simple. I went at the floor, and it was mine because I don't need to learn something. It was like I already knew it, And when I started practicing cosmetology and plastic surgery, I understood that plastic surgery it's not so interesting. Because all people just sleeping, in deep dream, and of course it's some big painful after procedures and it's not so attractive to me. I went to cosmetology and I started working with injections, some aesthetic machine, and it was amazing. This experience was so attractive to me and still it's attractive to me because I can give very good result immediately. And in the future, you can see results showing better and better. And my customers are very happy because it's not so deep procedure. You don't need to cut the skin, to prepare for this. And you don't need to spend a lot of time to recovery. And we can see very good result immediately. And everybody asks what you did, why you look so great. Because it's very gentle.
Gentle touch.
Gentle touch. Thank you, my dear. And I like medicine because it's growing every day. And every day we can learn in this and I can show in my customers because every day we can see new machines, new injections, new fillers, new type of botulotoxin and etc. And I think I find my area in this life, and I happy to be here. And I'm happy to bring this business in UAE because in Russia, it's very popular now. And in Russia, we don't need some as freak as possible retouch, because of course, sometimes we have gender retouch, some boys prefer to look like a girl. And opposite, it's also very interesting to me. But now in Russia, we prefer to see more gentle correction, you don't see the wrinkles on my face, but you can see a lot of fillers and etc. because I prefer to go with natural beauty. But now in Dubai, I see a lot of girls has chin as much as possible, big bones as much as possible, eyelashes and etc. Foxy eye, oh my God, under the sky, oh my God. But I'm not judging. I'm totally understood because 12 or maybe 20 years ago in Russia was the same. Because we just start to knowledge in this beauty and sometimes it's it's a lot. Sometimes it's too much. For example, if you will have, $1 billion, of course you start to buy big cars, big houses and etc. It will be a lot.
In the luxury.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But then you understood that maybe you don't need a lot of this. I think in beauty the same. First, you start to do everything. But now also my customers start to dissolve in some fillers and etc. because they understood that, maybe natural beauty is better than looks like a freak.
Looks like a freak. Yes, I do agree because I have seen so many girls here, especially in Dubai, they are using and destroying their actually natural beauty. And every time when you go to any fashion shows here, all of them almost looking like similar. So then I was like, okay, so maybe she's your sister. One day I had that experience.
My
like,
sisters.
yes, I asked, there is one girl and she was working as a model. And then I asked her, like, is she your sister? Then she said, like, why? I said, I ask you because I just thought maybe she's your sister. Why? Because she's looking very similar.
Yes.
And she was like very offended, I guess, because she understood why I am asking. And it's true, like many girls in Dubai, they are using fillers. It's okay. Even I'm not saying it's not a good idea. If you feel like you are having more confidence,
Yes.
if you do it, if you're doing it just because to improve your confidence, then it's good way.
Yes.
So you can do it, no problem.
Yes.
But if it is something else, like for example, if somebody is saying, okay, you don't look good and you need to work on your beauty, then I believe you are just taking that other person feedback. And then now you have started doing all these beauty treatments just to enhance your beauty, where actually it is not enhancing. Instead, you are losing your natural beauty.
Yeah, exactly.
So do not take any feedback and advice from somebody else. If you feel you want to do it, then go for it.
Yes.
To be honest, for me, it's just a red flag.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do agree on you. So this time, many girls, they are just using fillers and beauty procedure just to, overcome those challenges given by like feedback, receive feedbacks from other people. But yes, I do agree. But now I have a question here.
And I'm sorry, but I also agree with you because sometimes people just ruined confidence of some friends because of jealous. She's beautiful, but it's her individuality to have some nose or some chin or maybe small chin. Yes, sometimes a bit of filler we really need it to showing chin a bit more shape, or maybe to fix some nose shape. Sometimes we really need it, but sometimes not. And sometimes girls already looks pretty with their individuality, but some like friends just jealous. But why you looking so simple? What you mean simple? It's my individuality. I'm beauty because of me, because of thanks God, I'm beautiful already without the fillers. But sometimes people just ruin your confidence. Sometimes it can be your family, unfortunately, and some close friends or mother, father, or etc. Can you imagine? You just need to be happy that you're so young, you have so beautiful glow skin. You need to be proud that, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. That's why I agree with you.
What do you think actually the correct age for doing any kind of cosmetic surgery or any kind of beauty treatment? As you already mentioned, like young girls, they used to do even their 20s. But I believe that it must be a certain age. So what do you think and why?
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes it can be 20 years old because sometimes, for example, first of all, it depends on our genetics for sure, because sometimes our skin not so good, For example, Korean girls or people from maybe South Africa have very tight skin because of genetics. But sometimes, for example, Russian people or people from Europe, unfortunately, don't. And we can see some stable wrinkles already maybe 20 years old or 25 years old. And it's not so important procedure, but to improve the quality skin and for the future, we can start working with Botox, maybe start 20, 25 years old. For myself, I also started to do Botox when I was maybe 23, 24 years old. It's improve your confidence. You can do it. But also you need to choose a very good doctor because sometimes, unfortunately, doctor just see like your wallet.
True.
Yeah. And Okay, if they checks how you looks like, you have good shoes, good watches. Okay, you can spend a lot of money in my cabinet. Let's start. But if to be not that judgment, but I hate this because I think that individuality it's very important and we need to save it. Every time, always you can cut your skin and do everything, but we need to start working very gently. Thus, we need to surprise our skin always. And if you start with very strong procedures, what you will be doing in 30 years old and 40 years old.
Yes, that's true.
That's
The
why,
basic
it's
idea.
individuality, but we can start 20, 25 years old, maybe with improved some small wrinkles and etc. Maybe some pores, pimples, also independent of some problems, what we can see. Because sometimes girls just come to me and ask, I want a big lips, like I want to look like porn star, but she has a lot of pimples or pigmentation or wrinkles. And very, very, very gentle. I ask, are you sure that you don't want to work in video quality skin? Excuse me. No, I don't care. I can use a lot of makeup. I just want lips. Okay. What can I do? I try to give advice very, very gentle.
You should focus on something else instead of lips.
Yes, but it's your face. It's your choice. If you don't want to listen to me, I know that she will find someone else.
Yes, definitely, because there are many clinics here, especially in Dubai, and even I believe they can find very good affordable price as well because
exactly. And sometimes it's so shocking for me.
Clinics, Korean, Russian, and also Arabic clinics, Jordan, Egypt. So there is plenty of opportunities. They can just go and
Fortunately, we have a lot of clinics here, but unfortunately, sometimes clinic attractive people with very, very low price. And I know how it looks like inside because sometimes they use very bad quality of fillers, or sometimes they share one syringe between customers. It's not safe, unfortunately. Or sometimes they working with one syringe, for example, with Botox, because Botox we took from one bottle and it's a lot of units in this bottle. And we need working with sterile syringe in this situation. But sometimes doctor working with a client and I have 20 units and they put back these units in this vial, but it's already not safe and not sterile, and it's very dangerous because a lot of disease can happen, unfortunately. That's why it's very good to have a lot of clinics because people have a big choice, but unfortunately you need to be very careful with this choice because sometimes it's not depend of place, it's not depend of price, it's depend of the doctor. Only this important. Only doctor you need to choose because sometimes, yes, you was right. You can choose anyone to create your lips and etc. But if you ruined your beauty, you don't need to do this. And a good doctor need to explain you that it's not suited to your face. Because, for example, we have special line from nose to the chin. And it's also, I can explain why you need to do your lips bigger or why you need to show in your chin more, or maybe you don't need to do this.
Yes, that means you just need to match up with the symmetry of your face.
Yeah, of course,
And
everyone is symmetrical.
They
It's
are artists, actually.
Yeah,
to be honest, all the doctors, they are artists and they understand the symmetry, the feature and everything. And then that's how they are doing it because they measure each and every portion of the face and then they are putting fillers based on that measurement.
Yeah.
Because they know how much fillers actually need for a particular part of or particular area of the face.
Yeah.
So in that way, I can say education is very important.
Okay.
So here I have one more question. Think who should get the education properly in terms of beauty? Like if you are as a beautician and a dermatologist. So do you think education is important? And if it is important, for whom actually you're talking about? Whether it is for the doctor or it is for the client or for both?
Very good question. I think for both actually, but for doctor is more important for sure. And we need to improve our knowledge every day. Now we have a lot of information. We can go to some meetings or we can have some knowledge online. It's very simple now. Some books or what it's called, webinars and etc. But for clients, it's also very important because patient need to understand when they comes to doctor. Maybe doctor try just spend my money for nothing. Maybe I don't need this, but it's also, very dangerous because sometimes a client goes very deep to this education. And sometimes it was only once with me, but one girl come to me and told me that just yesterday I opened some video on YouTube and I just create filler on my lips by myself. Can you imagine? By YouTube? Oh my God. Of course, it was ugly. It was like a lot of balls inside. And I tried to explain to her that it's very dangerous because I'm sorry, but it's the face. It's not, excuse me, eyelashes extensions. It's not the nails. It's your face. Maybe she is very, I don't know, she's very strong woman. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah, of course, I do it for myself also, but I have very high education and I know where is our veins and nerves and everything. And of course, she did it very bad and she closed the vein and your lips start to be blue. And it was very dangerous because her lips can start to be dyed, and she just need to go to plastic surgeon to cut it. Can you imagine how dangerous it can be? That's why, yes, it's very important to be education from both sides, but sometimes it's very important for doctor, but for clients, sometimes they don't need to go so deep, and maybe just to learning, yeah, it's fine. But I think they don't need to try to do for themselves something, because also one customer told me a few days ago that I just buy some booster from Amazon and I did for myself some injections. You see, I looks very pretty. Okay, very pretty. And I'm shocked because it's dangerous. And by the way, this girl who create lips for herself, we dissolve it, because if we keep it, her lips will be damaged because she closed the vein, because we have a lot of capillaries and veins inside our lips, and it was dangerous. But she didn't understand it. She just asked me, can you fix it? My shape not suits to my face, of course, because it's ugly. And still, she only when I told her that you need to go to hospital, because I understood that I can change her mind because she doesn't understand anything. And only when she goes to hospital, they told her that it's very dangerous and we need to dissolve everything. Your doctor was right. And she dissolved, and then she comes back to me and we create good lips finally. But can you imagine? She spent a lot of money. It was very dangerous, and but I think for her, it was like, okay, it was some experience.
It's because she was not aware of the fact like it can go wrong. She is trying to do by herself.
Yes.
And that is why education is important, because
Very important.
as you already mentioned from the both side, yes, definitely doctor has to be certified, even the technicians, those people who are helping out the doctor.
Yeah.
At the same time, the client also need to be educated by herself or by the doctor itself. Like, for example, if you had consultation with the doctor, ask whatever questions you have, whatever doubts you have related to the treatment or the procedure that you are taking. So definitely you have to do your own research at the same time, because for example, if you're going for rhinoplasty, let's say, and if you have no idea how the procedure is done exactly, you haven't done any kind of research, then definitely on spot, you will be scared, first thing. Second thing, after the surgery is done, then you don't know how to take care of the next steps, like post, what is this called? Post-surgery care, right? So if you have no idea how to do that, then definitely you will spoil.
Yeah.
Because that is very vital period after surgery.
Yeah.
Or after any kind of treatment.
Yeah, but doctor
So
must
education is
explain
important.
everything. Yes. Doctor must to explain everything, and
Mhm.
also I try to explain everything about the procedure,
Mhm.
especially about the Botox, because I see here also a lot of mistakes. For example, a lot of girls try to repeat Botox, for example, each 2 months, each 3 months, and they so shocked and surprised why it's not working anymore. Because it's not possible to do it so often. Because our organism very smart, and botulotoxin, it's still toxin for our organism. And when we add this toxin in our organism, our blood circles start fighting with this toxin. And we need waiting minimum 3-4 months for next procedure. Of course, if you repeat it each 2-3 months, sensitive for Botox getting low and you don't see good result like before. And all customers think that, oh, now Botox very bad, or maybe doctor was making some wrong. No, it's just because you don't know how often you need to do this, or maybe doctor just not explain it to you. That's why you don't know all information about this procedure. I try to explain always everything. And sometimes I just tell to my customers that unfortunately we can do procedure now because you just spend your money for nothing. You don't see result. You will be not happy with the result because maybe it will be not working, or maybe it's disappeared very soon, and again you will be disappointed. That's why I try to explain everything. Yes, and he was right, especially after plastic surgery, because I also have experience in plastic surgery more than 7 years. Also, doctor need to explain everything because 50% of successful result depend of rehabilitation, not about plastic surgery. Yes, it's 50%, but 50%, especially for example with boobs, what is called, yes, what it's implants, yes. If you will moving a lot, or you come back to work out, or maybe you, I don't know, to do something what you don't need to do, you can move your implant and it will be asymmetrical. Also, you can ruin your scars and it will be looks stretching, or it will be looks ugly, or it can be some disease after procedure if you will be not care about this area. That's why it's very important. 50% of result, especially after aesthetic procedure, 50% of result depend of customer. Because, for example, with Botox, we use lifting points to lift our face everywhere. And we ask the clients safe vertical position. I mean, no look down, no pray during 1-2 hours after procedure, because we can drop the eyebrows and etc. That's why it's also depend of clients. Because sometimes, yeah, blah, 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 yes, yeah, I heard you. And after 1 minute, she do like this. But I ask you, no look down, please, 1 hour. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yes.
So yeah,
Everyone
it's very
mobile
important.
these
Yes,
days.
yes.
Even right now.
Yeah, it's very important. Yes, you are right.
Yes, I do understand, but yes, I believe also if you are coming for any kind of consultation, better to focus on doctor, whatever they are saying, and listen to it. And also, if you really want to, take care of yourself after the procedure, better to listen. Otherwise, you will skip all the process and everything. And then at the end, you will complain to the doctor. Okay, what happened, doctor? You did everything and you said this will look nice and this will be very fine. There will be no risk. But now what is happening? Because you didn't listen.
Yes.
That is the problem with you. You didn't listen when the doctor was explaining. So it's not the doctor's fault. It's your fault. So that is the important point. You need to educate yourself first. Yes. There is also like other hand, like we have to get it done by a very certified, well-educated doctor or a surgeon. But other hand, you need to be educated. So it's important.
You're right. But it's more simple, to say that, oh, it was doctor fault. It's not.
Yeah, it's easy.
But I'm sorry, it's your responsibility. But it's not about the beauty. It's I think it's some lifestyle of some people. They don't want to care about their responsibility. It's more simple. Oh no, it was just bad doctor. For example, for Botox also we need to do retouch in 2 weeks after procedure, because Botox it's very difficult procedure. It looks some simple, but it's not. And sometimes we need to do retouch in 2 weeks after procedure. Sometimes customers come back to me, not to them, them doctor, and I ask why? Why you have very good result? You just need to make the retouch. That's it. You need to come back to your doctor first of all because she knows what points she used, how many units she used, and which product it was. And I never do retouch for Botox with other doctors because it can be worse. And I try to explain everything, especially retouch will be for free if you do it with your doctor. With me, it will be for the money because it's not mine retouch, it's retouch with other doctor, and it can be worse. That's why I explained that you need to have responsibility and you need to come back to your doctor. She will explain everything to you. That's why, it's much better to say, no, it was not good doctor. It was not my problem. It's not my fault.
Yes,
It is.
that is what is exactly happening every time. But yes, sometimes we can complain about it because I have also my personal experience where I did my rhinoplasty.
Okay.
And I consulted with one doctor. He explained me everything and it was good. And I was agreed on those terms and conditions. And even the clinic was super nice during that time. The consultation was fine. We agreed everything on common goals and common points, what kind of result I was expecting. all of a sudden at the end, like not at the end, but the day of surgery, they changed the doctor. And there was another doctor. I got to know on the surgery day.
Oh my God.
And then they told me this doctor will be there. The main doctor will be there. And they told me like other doctor, he will be doing the surgery and he is going to assist because he is having some kind of not licensed or
Oh my God.
happened. It was kind of for me very difficult phase, but anyway, I was just laying on the surgery bed and then they did it. They said everything will be fine, but I am still now, I'm not satisfied with the result. I filed a complaint and then I don't know what happened, but nothing happened at the end. So I'm still.
I can imagine how you was shocked as you know that it was another doctor. Oh my God.
Yeah, it was completely another doctor. And I
it's
want
the nose,
file.
it's central of our
Yes,
face.
so you
It's
can
not the
see my
ears.
nose even. I can show you before after picture. And I have a problem here with this tip. When the procedure supposed to be done, it's like ultrasonic rhinoplasty method. But I don't know what they exactly did. I can feel there is a rib cartilage here. They took the rib cartilage from here and then put it here. But what I studied about it, it should be like the powder form because for the tip, they cannot use the rib directly. That was from the internet. I studied. I have seen so many.
See, you study also.
Yeah. Huh?
You also study.
Yeah. So it's important to educate yourself before doing any kind of surgery or procedure. So I did a lot of research and I found out the procedure, what he had done, it was wrong completely.
But can you breathe normally?
Yeah, I can breathe. There is no problem, but still I can feel something. It's not good.
Like numbing, yes? Here.
So maybe I have to go through another one, but I will do somewhere else, not here.
How many months ago?
It's only 2 years.
2 years.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why it's complete recovery because sometimes total recovery for nose surgery it takes about 1 year. If it was
it's not exactly 2 years, but it's almost 1.5 year. So anyway, I'm not having any issues, but the shape and the the structure the doctor showed to me during that time, it was not the same. And yes, you will have this kind of experience, and I had experience like this, and I believe it's better to educate yourself. Otherwise, you will be in dark and you will face consequence of those kind of bad surgeries. Yes. So here, while discussing, I just came to something in my mind about what do you think like the beauty standard should be? Because now there is a no limit and it's very difficult to define it for an individual, right?
Yeah.
So do you have any kind of thought and concept in your mind? This much should be there, not beyond that, because if someone exceed that beauty standard, they will spoil their natural beauty.
Yes.
This is our first question. Second question is like, what do you think there should be a beauty standard? Yes, if you are thinking there should be something, then what and why do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a very good question because you was right. We can spoil, with no limit, really. And sometimes in Dubai, but in all of the world, we can see that some people looks like a freak. Sometimes it's it's some needed to some, brand or etc. But sometimes for normal people, it's a lot. We don't have some special standards, but I prefer to say natural beauty. Sometimes we just need to to do a bit Botox, a bit skin booster to provide quality skin, working with maybe collagen treatments to make our face more lifting, to make our skin more tight without some threads and surgery and etc. But sometimes people come to me and ask, please make my face as freak as possible.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. For example, when I'm working in plastic surgery and some girls come to us and ask, please, I want to start to be the boy, or opposite, some boys ask to cut everything and to be like a girl. I ask them and always, really always, it was one answer. Then I feel that I use not my body. It's not mine. I should to be born to be like a girl or to the like a boy. Yeah, but I don't understand why people ask me to make the face as freak as possible. For example, here I also have a few customers. I don't know, maybe 8-10 customers who change the gender, and they ask to look like, I don't know, as freak as possible with filler on cheekbones, on corners, on the chin, nose, lips, eyebrows lift, and etc. And it looks very weird sometimes. But these people also, I don't know, maybe we have some friendship, between each other during these years. And also one guy asked me, I think you was right, really. I need to dissolve all my fillers and I need start working with my quality skin. That's why it's not about the standards, it's about individuality. We need to save individuality for sure. And I try to explain that we need to do something, but we can save your individuality. For example, if you have very small face, it's so cute. And if we put a lot of fillers, you will be looks like SpongeBob. I'm sorry, it's not beautiful. But sometimes we can use some fillers and other procedures just to fix asymmetry. It's not will be so shocked, but it will looks much better. Sometimes we just need to put a lips filler and it will be looks more attractive. It's not will be looks ugly. But sometimes, yes, people want to look like as freak as possible. What can I do?
Yes, that's true.
I also try to do it as beauty as possible, as beautiful as possible.
Yes. Here again, when I was thinking about this beauty industry, especially in Dubai, and you can see like there are many clinics, many doctors, and many professionals. They are coming here from all over the world and having their own startup and business, not only working for somebody, but yes, they are having their own. So my question is like, for example, if you are an expert, okay, in your field, and what kind of certifications or any kind of education that you need, first thing. Second thing, if you want to start your own business here, so what kind of steps that you need to do first?
Of course, you need to have a high level of medical education because you was right. A lot of doctors comes here, but unfortunately, they don't have medical education at all. And unfortunately, we have in Russia and maybe in CIS some doctors who learning other doctors with YouTube. And of course, they don't have any medical degree and they don't know anything. And it's very dangerous because people who not afraid, they can be very dangerous to you. I mean, these doctors, I'm not judging, but I will, okay? Because here it's very important to be a very high level doctor. You need to have a certificate, you need to have a license, you need to pass exam, you need to have a special license to create your own business and to develop it here. It's need to be a lot of license. It's maybe very difficult in the beginning, but it's worth it. Because a lot of customers ask, do you have a license? Why you are working at home? Fortunately, I work in good place. I never working at home. And I don't understand how people can work at home, how they not afraid. And I think it's also about respect yourself because if you are a good doctor, you will be proud of this, And of course, if you don't have some certificate and license, you will be shy and try to do it some hide, because nobody need to see where are you and your name and etc. But of course, here, I think it's not so dangerous, maybe like in Russia, because in Russia, you can work in without medical degree. You can work in at home or it's some, I don't know, underground salon. And it's very dangerous because people sometimes want to pay less of money and they don't care about this safety, professionalism and ruins some beauty. Because, for example, with your nose, yes, it's some happiness. Unfortunately, shit happens, and of course, you can choose good doctor and etc. But sometimes something happens. But here, I believe that it's more safely because here you need to have a lot of license and medical degrees and etc. just to start working. It's not depend you will be working in some clinic or with own business. Just to beginning, you need to have a lot of type license and etc. I have a lot of diplomas, but here like I'm new. I'm green here, I need to grow up again. And it's like a challenge. It's very good for me because it was challenge for myself because maybe 3 years ago, I just thought that it's like my comfortable area, I need to broke it because I don't see some reason to grow because I already have everything in Russia. And it was some challenge for myself. Yeah, I like Dubai. It's very good city. And I hate winter. For me, plus 40 better than minus 40. That's why I think that I can relocate it here, and I start education, what documents and license I need to have here. And I think, okay, I have everything. I just need to prepare to exam. I need to pass exam. I can take license here. Yeah, license here. And also license can be different. It can be beauty therapist, it can be GP practice, it can be therapist, and etc. Different license. It depends what you want to do, what business you would like to create here, and what basic education do you have in the start. That's why it's possible to do here. It's not so difficult, but you just need to be ready to start with zero.
Do you need to translate all the documents?
Yes. I already did it when I was in Russia because I'm a very smart girl, okay? And I think that it will be very simple just to go to lawyer and just translate all documents on English and I don't know, do some stamp, on lawyer cabinet. And yeah, here it was very good. I just sent all documents and today it's good. You just need one paper from your clinic for us to improve that you really work there a minimum 2 years, but I worked there more than 7 years, fortunately. That way it also was very easy, but you need to be ready that it's a lot of documents, like what is called in Russia, we say it without paper, you just like nothing. Yes.
So it's like you can depend on any kind of agency, or you have to do by yourself, like.
Yeah, I can do it by myself, but you need to prepare all documents by yourself, but only in special government office here. You can go to license and etc. You can print some diploma to yourself. It's not possible. But I think a lot of doctors do it because if you search in some doctors, you can see a lot of certificate and etc. I have certificate, but it's useless. You need to have medical diploma with high medical degree. You need to have a license, and your stupid certificate, you can throw it. It's nothing. Yeah, maybe it's important if you want to learning. I have also a lot of certificate. I don't know how many. It's a lot. But like a paper, it's useless. It's not some important. More important, it's of course a high-level medical degree and license. Unfortunately, also with this, it's not guaranteed that you can find a good doctor. Because you can buy diploma, you can ask someone to pass a medical exam without you, for example. And maybe sometimes doctor unfortunately don't have some big experience or talent. And unfortunately, all of this license and diploma can guarantee you good result.
True.
But it's very important to start working here or to create your own business here. Yes, it's important.
Yes, so that means you have to leave here, start with working for someone, and then try to understand the market and the need and the documentation part, licensing, and then you can think about starting your own business, right? So if I ask you, what are the 5 important tips that you would like to give to someone who is planning to come here either for a job or for starting a business? So what it should be?
Again, it depends what procedures she want to do or he want to do. Maybe it was some laser treatment, or maybe it will be some laser treatment, or maybe it will be some, massage or peeling. Maybe it will be some injections. Maybe it will be some machine procedure with deep, what it's called, with deep needles. Or maybe you would like to go to plastic surgeon, but still basic medical degree need to be. Maybe it will be medical degree like a nurse or like a doctor, or maybe like a plastic surgeon, but it's the basic. Then you need to be like practitioner, minimum 2-3 years in some hospital in your country. Because if you just have diploma, you need to learn in here again, because you need to improve and you need to have some experience. Because if you have diploma, it's nothing. It's just knowledge. You can, for example, you can know how to drive, but if you never drive, it's useless. You need to be practitioner and you need to have very good experience. That's why I think it's very important here that you need to have minimum 2-3 years experience in some hospital in Russia or in some clinic in Russia. Maybe not in Russia, maybe Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Ukraine, doesn't matter, anywhere. And then you can prepare your documents to DHA, and then you can prepare yourself to go to exam. And then you need to pass to exam. But more important to be a rich girl, because it takes a lot of money. And I think it's normal because a lot of people working here, and it's your opportunity and it's your responsibility. And of course, sometimes it takes money. It's normal. Nobody waiting for you here, excuse me. It's just it was your challenge and it's your risk. But yes, if you prepare everything clearly and if you will be lucky girl, if you're not stupid boy or girl, I think it's possible. Yes, just prepare your knowledge, your documents, your experience, translate everything if you need to do it, and pass exam. That's it.
Wow. Because this is very important information. So I believe our audience will learn from all our conversations, because if really they want to come to Dubai, especially in beauty industry, they need to understand what are the documentation they need and what are the procedure they need to follow, especially if there is something related to translation or getting a license. Better do it from your own country. If there is a chance, you can also do it from here, because in Dubai also there are many agencies they are doing it. And the only difference, it will be a little costly, I guess.
Yeah, here it's also possible to translate,
Yes.
but I think it will be a bit more hard.
And expensive.
Yeah.
But anyway, there is a possibility.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that, I know that a lot of doctors goes to beauty therapist because it's more simple to pass the exam for beauty therapist than for general practitioner or therapist or etc. because they just afraid. They're just afraid to file exam, and sometimes, I have just beauty therapist and I can do injections, like hide it. You can't. If you have beauty therapist license or some laser treatment, you can do only massage, peelings, and some laser treatment. That's it. But I don't know, maybe they believe in themselves, I can do, I have some crown and that's it. No, it's not possible. It needs to be cleared. I think it's, I believe that it gives you some calm, because when you know that everything is fine with your documents and you can work in here, with some nervous and etc. But I know that a lot of people here try working with themselves, without some clinic and etc. They try to create some management here, yes, and working by Instagram and etc. And it was bad experience, because they spent a lot of money for marketing, rent some place in clinic or in beauty salon, and sometimes in $10,000, $20,000, and it's just spent for nothing. Because of course documents is very important, but you need to be talented. You need to have very good experience, very good energy, because when you're a doctor, first of all, you are like a psychologist, you need to love what you do, because when you don't love what you do, when you just wanna create a lot of money, it's not working by this way. It's not possible.
Yes, you should be passionate about what you are doing exactly.
Yes, for sure.
Like, yes, I do agree, because this is very important, because if you don't have a passion for something, definitely you may be getting and earning good amount, you will be getting good salary or something. But if you're not passionate about what you're doing, then definitely there will be one moment where you will think like, okay, I will leave and then I will go and do something else where I have passion.
Yes, and
So
sometimes
it's
really doctors try to working with themselves, but it's not working, and they go to the clinic just working with salary, and that's it, because they feel that it's more safely. I have salary every month, and it's very good for me. I don't need to think, will I have some customers tomorrow or not, because I have salary and that's it. But for me, it's not interesting. I need to have big horizon, I don't know. It's like, I think it's like entrepreneur mind. You can working with someone, but for me, it's like I have some small space. I can grow. I hate some rules, I don't know. I prefer to be free and to have my freedom everywhere. In my life, in my work, in my business, everywhere. That's why I can work in some small place with boss and etc. with small salary. I can create this salary for one day. My God, that's why of course it's not for everyone, because to be entrepreneur it's very big risk.
Yes.
Because sometimes you can have a lot of money, sometimes you can have zero. It's need to be ready for that.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. So we really had a very insightful conversation today. And I would like to continue for the next episode, where we'll be talking about more about entrepreneurship and the business side. We are going to continue again in another episode number 2. I hope all our audience, they will like and subscribe to our channel, and they will get to know more about the beauty industry in Dubai. So thank you once again for watching our podcast. And if you like our episode, just like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.